Hello all and welcome to my combat mission Marines campaign AAR. This mission is Battle for Objective Pooh. That's P-O-O-H. All the objectives are named after the cartoon characters. Objective Pooh, Objective Tigger, etc. Now on this mission here, I've been tasked with basically finding and destroying the enemy in this quite modest sized town up ahead. This mission is more about what the Marines are about. I've got roughly a company sized force with armour support from a platoon of tanks. I've got recon elements here, and I've also got plenty of time. Also the ROE is very loose, so basically I can just destroy buildings at will. Oh, I've also got air support as well. So just looking at the terrain here, on the left flank there seems to be a crest in the middle. It leads down to an urban area with it doesn't seem to be a very good avenue of approach, that area, because as soon as my units crest the hill they'll be silhouetted and fired upon. There's Objective Pooh here, and this avenue of approach again doesn't look that great. The wooded area would offer cover, but there's a lot of positions the enemy can fire upon. I'm just having a look for OPs as well here. That looks like a decent OP, and this looks like another reasonably good observation post. So on the right flank, well, as you can see here as well, there's sort of a sloping gradient hill which offers me cover from the entire town, and there's a wooded area up here on the right hand side that offers quite a good approach to the town. It's very easy to gain a foothold, and there's minimal enemy positions that overlook that avenue of approach. So not only can I can drive almost right up to the town there, and you have an assembly point right next to the town. I expect the enemy to have ATGMs. It mentions he has ATGMs in the briefing. The enemy is a heavy mechanised force, so there will be tanks and IFVs and keyhole positions in the town. My first this building here looks very interesting because it sort of overlooks my avenue of approach, so I'm going to call down a fire mission on that building just in case there are any ATGMs on it. So I also expect the enemy to be have the objective areas probably more defended. His defence is probably not in the outer rings of the town, more in the middle rings of the town.
Request fire mission, over. Roger. Fire mission request.
I believe I'll be coming up against an airborn company, as well as reserve units, and the airborne units are tough. They're special forces. They have night vision optics. They fight very tenaciously. These buildings here look interesting. They sort of give me an overwatch of the objective IRO. I can't exactly read it. Euro. So my basic plan is going to be move up the right flank here, establish a base of fire with first platoon, move second platoon through, establish a base of fire here, and then move second platoon up and capture these buildings here on the where the cursor is now, and then first platoon will move through and capture those buildings there to either side. I'm basically going to punch a big hole in the middle of his defence and move all my forces through using platoon level bounding overwatch, gain a foothold in the town, and punch a hole in his forces. I want to get eyes on that main objective that main objective there that dominates the entire town. If I can punch through and envelop this position, I'll win. And that also looks like where his headquarter elements are, so I figure if I can take out that objective, he may even surrender. So the first phase of this operation is going to be getting my recon elements in positions where they have overwatch and eyes on most of my objectives. I think the decisive point in this mission will be when I have overwatch positions over that main objective in the middle. So also the obvious avenue of approach is up the main highway, which I will not be going up. That'll be sighted by ATGMs for sure. So this mission, there's a lot of units in it, but I found it much easier to maintain command and control in this mission than the other previous attack mission that I did. Mostly because I could concentrate my forces and I could attack with one platoon at a time. In real time, it's a lot easier to manage. Also, part of my strategy for this mission, I'm going to cut the main avenue approach, the highway, cut it off with overwatching one team of tanks. They're going to divide the town into two, so that any forces on the left flank cannot move to the right flank easily. With my other team of tanks, I'm going to move them up with my infantry. They're going to support my infantry close up. I'm going to clear buildings with my infantry and then move my tanks up. I'm going to use my tanks to grab breach points and suppress enemy. This is what the Marines did in Fallujah in 2004. And I figure this campaign's in 2008, so we'll learn from that. Also, having my tanks in the urban areas means ATGMs probably won't be able to sight them in. And as long as I don't expose the rear flanks to RPGs, my experience with the enhanced protection M1A1s etc. is that they take very minimal damage from RPGs. But still, I'm going to clear avenues with my infantry first and then move my tanks up to support. So just plotting my initial movements here. Trying to determine where I'm going to scout. So I want to get my command element for my scout platoon in an overwatch position because I will be getting Cobras coming on station soon. Providing suppressive fires on likely observation posts of the enemy. My fire mission's landing on that building in the background there. My sniper's in Overwatch. Now I've spotted a contact over there. My unit has either seen a plume of smoke or heard something, and I guarantee you that will be an ATGM. So I'm going to try and suppress it, and then call down artillery on it if I can.
Request fire. Over.
Using my vehicle to call in artillery strikes. I don't have any forward observers in any position. And it was an ATGM and it just destroyed my lav and killed or severely wounded both the crew. So that tells me that the ATGMs that the enemy are using are fairly advanced and trained and well-trained crews are operating them. It's probably an AT-14. It also confirms my suspicion that ATGMs have sighted the main highway, the main MSR. So I'm going to get one of my officers in an overwatch position over that ATGM site and call down some artillery on it. Not sure how many ATGMs I'll be dealing with, but I could be dealing with potentially up to 2 teams. So my sniper team here on the left flank is almost in a good position. Just wary of any enemy units that might be in these buildings. You can see the sniper team there isn't great at suppressing. It's better than nothing. Something just fired, I'm not sure what it was. Then I spot a BMP-3, which is quite a fearsome adversary compared to most BMPs. They've got advanced optics. They have a good cannon. I'm not sure, I think they might come with anti-tank missiles equipped as well, ATGMs. Got overwatch position on that ATGM site.